In terms of when I started saving for a house, I guess it was when I got my first job at like 18 years old. I always got into the good habit of putting money aside, so I really started ramping that up once I graduated from university, and I ended up graduating debt-free since I worked throughout university. So that's really what enabled me to ramp up my savings, and as early as 2010 I wanted to buy a property. Eventually, in August 2012, I finally got the property of my dreams, and my almost 3 years of searching for a property was finally over, so that was definitely a big moment for me and one that I remember to this day. Originally, I was just going to live upstairs like everyone else, but then I got the idea after watching a real estate TV show. The host, I heard his story that he lived in the basement of his house for 9 years, and then it really helped set him up financially going forward. So I'm like, well, why don't I do that myself? So I did the math. I mean, I could, if I rented out the basement back then, I could probably get about $800, but if I rented up the upstairs, I could get double that amount, $1,600. So it was all about a numbers game, and I knew it was kind of short-term pain for long-term gain, so that's what encouraged me to do it. In terms of side hustles, I would say like writing really helped me come up with the extra money. I did money coaching as well. Once I was doing all this extra side hustle work, it was just so motivating to see the money that I was putting down on the mortgage and to see how quickly the mortgage balance was coming down. So the fact that I was able to earn all that extra money, my full-time job would basically go to paying all the expenses of the house and the basic mortgage payment, and any extra money that came in, I would just basically do lump sum payments on the mortgage. So I understand that not everyone can pay off their mortgage in 3 years, but the key message in my book is that just because your mortgage has an amortization of 25 or 30 years, which is how long the lender expects you to pay it off, it doesn't mean you have to take that long. Just by putting extra money against your mortgage, you could cut the amortization down and pay it off sooner. I mean, it doesn't have to be 3 years like me, but perhaps you can pay your mortgage off in 20, 15, 10, 5 years. I mean, if it makes sense for you and it's an important goal for you, then if you have some extra money, just prioritize that and put at least some of it against the mortgage, and it can definitely pay dividends down the road. Funny enough, I was just going to like tear my mortgage papers up, but then CBC said, oh, you have to do something big for the camera, so they're like, we want you to like light them on fire. So I'm like, I had a speech prepared and then held my mortgage papers up in the air, lit them on fire, and said, ding dong, the mortgage is dead. Yeah, it was a big moment for me, and it felt like the weight of the world had been lifted off my shoulders, and it's still a day that I remember to this day. I like to say it was a great moment, that's for sure.